Welcome back, everyone. In this episode, it's our birthday week. Simon, Isabella, and I all have birthdays within several days of each other, but mostly, of course, we celebrate Isabella's birthday because she's our child, and I have a huge project that I'm working on for her. Will I get it done in time? We are also going to be showing you the big picnic that we had for her in Paris, and then, of course, it's time for the big reveal of the very special portrait that I am painting of our daughter. I am so glad to be back at the home of my amazing friend, Anne de Viton. She lives here in the beautiful Chateau de Théval, which is very well known throughout France as having one of the oldest working mills in the country. And it's also, of course, part of the Chateau. It's an incredible collection of buildings, and they still do things here at their Chateau the way they've been doing them for 1,000 years. And I'm very much looking forward to showing you a little bit more of that in an upcoming video. But today I'm here to paint. Many of you know that Anne and I have been painting porcelain together for about 15 years. She's in fact the one that introduced me to porcelain painting. And I've been working on a series of bird plates, amongst other things, for a very long time. I did a dinner service for my father. I've done gifts for other people. But the big work that I've been working on for a very long time are these bird plates, and I'm working on the 14th one. I think this might be the last in this series because I'm really looking forward to taking on another project. But the 14th one has just come out of the kiln. We're gonna see what needs to happen with that, but I'm not actually gonna paint porcelain today. I'm painting Isabella's portrait, and I started this last year. It was going to be a graduation present for her master's graduation in December. I completely ran out of time, and now I've been working on it kind of on and off a little bit, but I've been so busy the last few months. And this week is her birthday. We're gonna have a celebration in Paris, a picnic in Paris, and then we're gonna have a little barbecue at our little chateau. And there I am going to present her, hopefully with her portrait. So painting portraits is a very difficult process because, of course, capturing the person's spirit is not always easy, capturing the essence of a person, making it look pretty. And I want to do something for her that she would like. We know she likes Art Nouveau. We know she likes symbolism. And also, I want it to be fun and beautiful and interesting. Let's go back a few months. I started painting it in a hotel room, and then I continued painting in all sorts of hotel rooms and B&Bs, trying to finish it because painting is one of the ways that I relax and unwind and focus. I love taking time to do artistic projects, but when I'm running around doing the vlog, when I'm running around doing the jewelry, when I'm running around renovating our own house, I don't get time to be as centered as I would like. And so I get to spend time with a friend, I get to do something lovely, and I get to celebrate my daughter, which is really wonderful. So let's go back and look at the progression of this painting. For Isabella's painting, I had a beautiful frame at home, and I wanted to make sure that she gets a gorgeous finished product, and I wanted to paint it on wood. Here I am, as you can see, I'm in a hotel room, so I'm working from the hotel desk with my little mini fridge. And this is the painting that used to be in the frame. It wasn't very pretty, so I gave it a sand. And now I'm gessoing the top of it. I know there are gonna be those of you out there that are gonna tell me off for getting rid of the old painting, but it's the perfect size. And I would say to any of you, if you have something like this that you don't like, and especially if it came from a charity shop and if it's got a beautiful frame and it's just the right size, why not repurpose it? If you think you can't work in a business hotel room, it's absolutely possible. Here's my travel easel. I've laid out my acrylic paints because they dry a lot faster and are easier to clean, especially in a space that's not my own. And my little setup. My own personal artwork has always been influenced by late 19th century symbolist and Art Nouveau movements, incorporating beautiful women, flowing hair, and an intentional detachment. Using exclusively oil paints, I incorporate these images into a background of what I call primordial soup, representing both creation and evolution.
However, for Isabella's painting, she loves Art Nouveau, and I'm experimenting with acrylic paints for the first time, so this is a double challenge. My inspirations are the Art Nouveau images of Alphonse Mucha, the most celebrated artist of this artistic style. In keeping with the naturalistic anti-industrial movement of the early 1900s, the pictures feature women in flowing gowns, sinewy circular forms, lots of flowers and foliage to represent seasons and nature, and whimsical symbolism. Did you also know that Alphonse Mucha was one of the most celebrated jewelry designers of the day? Though the Art Nouveau movement was very brief, he inspired some of the most iconic pieces of jewelry in collaboration with the jeweler Georges Fouquet in Paris. Mucha even designed the interiors and exterior of the jewelry shop itself. Magnificent pieces, often featuring enamel, seed pearls, and gold or rolled gold, were created. The legendary actress and muse Sarah Bernhardt even commissioned a magnificent snake bracelet, which inspired many copies.
So this chateau is one of my happy places. We used to live in a chateau that was very close to this one, and when I first moved here, and I didn't speak French and I didn't know anybody and I was so lonely, it was Anne who introduced me to porcelain painting. And then I was introduced into her porcelain painting group where the ladies paint in the style of Sèvres and Limoges. And it was such a wonderful experience to be welcomed. And these lovely ladies, in fact, a lot of them are older ladies that had some of the grand houses in the region. They welcomed me. There's a time a few years back when I was trying to manage the chateau. Simon was often away working. Isabella was at school. I was very lonely. I was home painting by myself or renovating by myself all day long. And I lived in a country where it was not my first language. It was very difficult. By meeting these beautiful friends around me and having this community of other châtelaines who understood the struggles of running a really big property, but also who also loved to paint and to do the things that I love to do, was a real lifesaver. But there were times when I was extremely lonely, extremely isolated, and it would have been really helpful for me to have somebody to talk to. That's why I was very happy for BetterHelp
to be the paid partner of this video. BetterHelp will connect you with a credentialed therapist
who is trained to listen and give you helpful, unbiased advice. First, you'll answer some questions and they will match you to a professional who has years of experience helping people with struggles like yours. You can do it all from your phone or a computer via a phone call, video chat, or messaging. However you feel most comfortable. You'll be matched to a therapist, usually within 48 hours, so you can get started fast. I wish I had had a service like this before when I felt so isolated, and I'm happy to know it exists now. If you'd like BetterHelp to connect you to a therapist, all from the comfort of your own home, visit the link below, or choose Chateau Love during sign up to get a special discount off of your first month. Now back to our friends in this warm, loving community of châtelaines and chateau lovers.
One of the major contributions that Mucha and Fouquet made to the world of jewelry design is that they believed that the beauty of a jewel depends on its artistic conception, but not necessarily on the value of the precious stones and the metals involved. So naturally, I must show you some of the beautiful pieces that are currently for sale on the Chateau Love website, beautiful Art Nouveau pieces. And then of course, back to the Art Nouveau portrait that I'm painting of Isabella. I wonder if she will also be wearing some Art Nouveau-inspired jewelry. Yes, all things are connected. But lovelier than any jewel is a young woman in her prime, and I had to find the perfect pictures to inspire me for the portrait, and these are the ones I chose.
excited about painting with my friend here that I've now got 3 projects on the go. I've got the picture that I'm working on for Isabella, some tiles, and here is one of my bird plates. This is at kind of the halfway stage. So I've already added the gold. This is 2 or 3 coats of the paint, but I have maybe 3 or 4 more layers to go to give it depth. Then it'll be the background and then the black edging, which is actually harder than it looks. So, wow, so many things to do. I best get cracking. Specifically requested something in the Art Nouveau style and something a little bit with the spirit of Alphonse Mucha. And I really wanted to do something that was encompassing all of her life, all the things that make up the wonderful parts of her, the things that she loves, the things that inspire her, the things about her that inspire others. And that's a lot to pack into a little painting. But I think I'm doing it. So this is a little sneaky peek so far. I've just painted her 2 ponies, Centennial et Ouragan. These are some of the things she loves most. There's her harp. We've had 3 Samoyeds while she was growing up, her dance. This is a little bit of a melange of our old chateau and our new chateau. Books, of course, because she studies all the time. She's a little bit of a nature girl, so there's going to be a nature crown. I'm creating trees. These are going to be trees of life, but also celebrating family trees. And then I've got some other things going on down here that I'm working out. This is, we've always taken our holidays at the Dune de Pila. I made a video about that really early on. So I'm still working all of this out. You guys might recognize strands of DNA and atoms because she's a scientist. There's a lot going on here in a very small space. It's going to be really fun when it's done. It's been a while since I've worked on this portrait for Isabella. And so, like with many things, when you walk away from it for a little while, it's sometimes somewhat difficult to pick up where you left off, especially because there's so much symbolism going on here. But I think it's going to work out. So far, what I've done here is I've started with the background imagery. And now I really want to focus on her face and her hair. And without her sitting in front of me, because this is a surprise, then of course that makes it a little bit difficult, but I think it's a pretty good likeness. I'm just arriving at the home of my friend Anne. I do porcelain painting together and just regular painting. She's a very gifted oil painter, but now because we're very old friends, we've been friends for about 15 years. So this is going to be a really nice visit. Well, I'm getting settled into my room here at the Chateau de Teval, and I'm just so happy to be here. I don't know if you guys have a friend or friends where when you go and you stay with them, you just feel a little bit like you're in your second home and so happy and relaxed and comfortable. I don't have much time, so I better hurry up and get downstairs and start painting. Some of you may remember that I was in this very art studio a couple of months ago when I was painting tiles for Terry and Ash at Chateau de la Laselle. And the reason that I'm often here at my friend Anne's house when I'm painting is because she lives very close to the place where we get the porcelain fired. As I mentioned before, she's the one who introduced me to porcelain painting, which is an art that has been done by the very respectable ladies of the grand houses of France going back hundreds of years. We study with a lady that actually learned how to paint at Sèvres. And so in some respects, we're actually learning the same techniques that go back to the 1700s from porcelain houses like Sèvres and Limoges and Meissen. So this is a real pleasure, but Anne is also a fine artist. She paints beautiful oil paintings. We're gonna show you what she's working on. And also I'm working on the last of my bird plates. Just got it back from the kiln. It's not great. It needs some definite help, and I'm gonna show you what I'm doing there. At first, Anne's gonna show us her porcelain that she's working on, which is so exciting, because she's got a new project as well. She's inspired me to start a whole new porcelain painting project after the birds. Do you wanna show us the ones you used to do? This is your former project. It's an entire service.
For the first course, for dessert, for the main course.
So beautiful. So the thing I love about this is you chose this very traditional color. Capucine. I love that name.
It's like orangey color.
It's such a beautiful color. And then, of course, like me, you added the gold yourself, which is very complicated and expensive.
You have to put...
And how many firings in the kiln did each of these plates?
5 firings.
5 firings, that's a lot. So imagine each one of these plates took 5 firings. This one in particular, I want to show everyone. Look at this pattern that she hand painted on each of these plates.
And I painted with a kind of caoutchouc thing on not cooked painting.
Amazing.
And that takes about an hour and a half to do. You have to do it straight away. And then you cook it, and then you do the little dots in brown.
That's just unbelievable. The skill and the technique, and also the most impressive thing, how many of each of these did you make?
24.
24 of each of them. And how long did that take you to do?
I was not regular. It took me about 10 years because I was not regularly painting.
But you've been painting all these beautiful oil paints as well that you have going on. And one of the things that I loved about our porcelain painting is that we have this beautiful group of ladies.
It's a beautiful group, absolutely.
And everyone paints lovely things. So we're all keeping this tradition alive. And it's not a tradition that happens overnight. It's a very long process.
It's a very long process, yes.
Just like most things that have to do with a chateau, it takes forever. It takes forever. Yes. And show us your new project. What are you working on now?
I'm working on this one, which is 18th century style, which is
so beautiful.
A very famous painter of the 18th century, Redouté.
Redouté. It's a beautiful picture. So you're doing the tulips, and then are you doing another set of 24?
I'm finishing the 24.
24!
Five more to go. And I want to start a new project with 2 plates like this.
Yes.
With 3 tulips.
Amazing.
And that will be a lot of work.
That will be a lot of work. So yes. You have to live a really long time.
Yes.
So do I guess for my new project.
I have to get the plates first.
Yes.
Because I haven't got the plates.
So maybe we take a trip to Limoges together.
Oh, that's it.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I think so too. Okay, now show us what oil painting you're working on. I'm going to come around this way because at the moment, in addition to your plates, you've got these beautiful, beautiful angels that you've been working on.
I'm painting on tempera. It is Leonardo da Vinci. Mm-hmm. So that's painted in tempera. It's a mixture of eggs, oil, linen oil.
Yes.
And so mixture of eggs, I beat like an omelette. And then I add the l'huile de lin, and then I finish with water and shake like orangina.
Oh, nice, nice.
So I work with the pigments you can see over there, and I add la tempera.
Incredible.
So it's not at all. There is a bit of oil in the mixture, but it is not oil painting.
Yes.
It's tempera painting.
And it looks completely different. It looks very much like a fresco.
Yes, it does a bit. So that one is from Raphael. So you see, I'm copying this, and that takes a long time to do. But it's very nice to do.
Okay, now I'm going to show everyone what I'm working on over here. My very last plate. This is one of Terry and Ash's old tiles. Here we go. So we just got it back from the kiln, and I'm a little disappointed. I'm going to show everyone why. So this is the last of the bird plates, and it looks pretty good. I still have to paint the background, so there's going to be a blue sky background like all my other plates. I still have to finish the flowers because they need more definition. But the hardest thing that I found when I started this set all those years ago was that painting the black around the edge, we call this the poutoisage. It's very difficult.
Like this on the paint, you
tap, 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 tap.
tap, tap.
Exactly.
It makes it even.
And sometimes it needs 2 or 3 coats and 2 or 3 firings.
Usually it's 2 coats, but it can be 3 coats.
And each of these steps has to be done individually. So the gold, which is this, has to be done separate to this, which has to be done separate to all of this painting. And each layer gets fired separately. The gold gets polished at the end, which is why it looks really dull. But if you look closely, there are all sorts of little problems. You see, it's not thick enough there. Looks like there's a fingerprint there. There's a little smudge there. So all of this I'm going to have to try to go back and repair, and it's not going to be easy.
And she has to cook it.
I do, and hope for the best.
Ovens.
Exactly. So we don't have the kilns, as we call them in English. And they're very, very expensive.
It's very expensive, yes.
But one day I hope to have a kiln. I really do. Because I have to drive now over and out an hour to come to you every time we paint. But yes, I'm still working on this. I will keep everyone updated on my progress with this bird plate. So here's what I've done so far. I'm holding it up so that I can show you with some natural light, and it is coming along, but the best bit is yet to come because we're going to start gilding this. It's going to be a little bit of an old-fashioned image. It's going to be a little bit Gustav Klimt, a little bit Art Nouveau, and a whole lot of Isabella. And I'm experimenting, and I don't know if it's going to work out, but I'm going to try to mix this plaster that you have called Blanc Meudon to do some raised elements on the painting. Fingers crossed. It's time to start applying the gold. This bit is actually really scary because I've got this very incredible 24 karat gold. And this is from a company called Chateau, but it's important to buy your 24 karat gold leaf from a reputable company, because if you try to buy it online from certain big warehouse sellers, even if it says it's 24 karat gold, it might be fake gold. Fake gold is fine for using on furniture and things like that, as long as you varnish it. But for fine art, using real gold is very important. So we also have to be very careful with it because it's also very expensive. Also, applying gold leaf is a very delicate process. It involves using a very soft brush, being extremely careful, and when it's real gold, recuperating every single tiny flake that might fly away because it's real gold and we could use it for something else. It's the moment of truth for the gold. I'm a little bit nervous. So it's finally time for our joint birthday celebration. Simon, Isabella, and I all have birthdays within just a few days of each other. And even though we celebrated Isabella's birthday in Paris, we had lots of gifts waiting for us here at the Chateau from our family and a couple of our friends. And so this evening we're going to be opening those. Isabella and Jack have astonishingly been doing DIY. We've got some amazing gifts and we are really looking forward to sharing this lovely celebration with all of you. Not only did Jack and Isabella build these tables, but they laid the table tonight, which is so sweet. I'm incredibly proud of them. They've done a great job. And then I've also got this handsome guy over here barbecuing away. I did most of the prep today, but he's doing the finishing touches, which means that naturally he'll get to take all the credit for it, won't you?
I don't take credit for anything I don't do.
Oh.
It's
Simon,
unfair
you're
to
so
do that.
good at barbecuing all this beautiful
Well, I did do this.
food. You did do that.
With my little helper.
Yes, you've got a very good helper.
Yeah.
There was some chopping, some marinating, and some other things as well. But
Well, that was all done in the kitchen, and you guys did a great job of that. But I
thank
didn't
you
really
very
see a lot
much. I
of
had
it.
lots of little helpers
You
today.
did a super job.
And the lights are on. It's going to be a beautiful evening.
Got a
Fire
fire.
pit's going.
We're just missing some people.
We are. We need to go rustle them up,
Where
don't
are
we?
they?
And I think we might need some drinks
the
and some
food's already
gifts. There's something that you think you've wanted for a long time.
Yeah?
Come around.
What is it?
Wait, look above the table.
Oh my gosh! No.
Yes.
That is so pretty.
It's obviously not going to stay there. It's going to go in your room.
Wait, is that the pink chandelier?
It's the pink porcelain chandelier.
No.
Yes.
Wait. Oh my gosh, it is.
It is.
One. Oh my gosh. When
It's-
did you get this?
We got it for you ages ago. Happy birthday.
Oh, wait, when we first saw it? Oh,
Not long
guys.
after.
Oh,
It actually looks pretty good out here. I feel like we need a chandelier out here now.
I thought you said it was too delicate.
No, it's not.
Aw, thank you, Mama.
Mina, tell us, how long have you
Yes.
and Isabella been friends?
Oh my god, how old are we?
20 years?
20
we were
years,
three,
exactly,
three,
we're
four,
going
yeah.
I would like to say,
years.
yeah, it has been a solid 20 years.
Yep.
You two have been friends.
Yeah.
That's pretty good going, you two.
No,
All the way from New York now, from Paris to New York.
exactly. You see her.
What a happy night. Are you ready to open some gifts?
Let's.
Are you ready to open your big gift from me?
Eyes. Close your eyes. It's a bit dark for this, but better late than never. So I'm gonna put something in your hands.
I'm
And
really
I'm gonna
nervous.
preface by saying that a long time ago you asked me to make you something special, and it's taken a year. I'm extremely proud of you. You're the best daughter in the world, and this is celebrating everything that I love about you.
Isabella Emmanuel. A portrait by Vivienne for her most beloved daughter.
I'm glad I'm your most beloved. You are out of me, myself, and I.
This painting is to commemorate your true coming of age, entering the glorious summertime of your life. This painting celebrates your many skills, talents, and hobbies, and family at the beach in Pila, and our beloved dogs over the years. And no, I didn't forget the ponies. Crown. You're surrounded by a crown which celebrates your inner power, the seasons of what is sure to be a long life, and the strands of D&D.
DNA.
Oh, DNA. Dungeons and Dragons DNA. Although I should have included Dungeons and Dragons as well. The strands of DNA and an atom for our beautiful microbiologist.
Okay, now you're allowed to turn it over and look at it.
Is it gonna fall out or is it good?
No, it's good.
Whoa! Oh my god. I'm like, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
I would like to propose a toast to our lovely friends, lovely family, absent friends. Cheers. 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 Cheers, Jack.
Cheers. Happy birthday to these two.
Mama, happy birthday, Papa.
Thank you.
Gimme a man after midnight. Take me through the darkness to the break of the day.
Hold me close and hold me fast. The magic spell you cast. This is la vie en rose. When you kiss me, heaven sighs. And though I close my eyes, I see la vie en rose. When you press me to your heart, I'm in a world apart, a world where roses bloom. And when you speak, angels sing from above. Everyday words seem to turn into love songs. Give your heart and soul to me, and life